Hi all, it's Nikki with DragonflySaves, and I'm back, and today is Friday and we're doing my budget with me. This is going up late. I did film this after work. I ate and then I filmed. So I apologize for that, because last night we were in the ER. Like, as soon as I got home from work, I didn't even go inside. Took my son to the ER and we were there until 9:30. We got dinner and came home, ate, and went to bed. Everything's fine. Alright, he fell in the shower, hit his head. I thought he had a concussion. He didn't. He just, probably gave himself whiplash. So, rest and ibuprofen for him. I have $725 here. 1, 2, 3. $51.50. 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 20, 40, 60, 80. $10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 5, 65, 75, 80, 2, 4, 6, 8, 90, 92, 3, 4, nope, see, that's not even right. It's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15. 725. There we go. I thought that one was upside down, so then I flipped it over and then it was upside down, so I had to flip it back over. All right, 725. So, rent, we already budgeted this section here at the beginning of the month, but I did change a few things. So, insurance, so right here, up until right here, last week I had saved $750. And by the end of the month, I was set to save $850. So that way I would have enough to cover my insurance and start the next, my insurance 6-month premium, and then start the next premium. But on the 18th, I called and got quotes for different insurance, and we'd already talked about that, how I don't know if I'm happy about it. But it is $5 cheaper. So we're just gonna have to go with it because we already switched it, right? So it came to $798 and I had saved $750. So I put it on my credit card and I sent the $750 over. I'm gonna make that the other $40 something up later. So this week we're gonna start the new, and it's split. So there's 31 here and then a line, and then there's 4. That's because 31 of it is going to be my auto insurance. And then I also got renter's insurance, and that's it's $125 a year. So it's about $4 a week. So 4 times 52 is $208. I wanted to do $5 a week instead of $3, because if I want to up my policy, I'll have the money already. So that's why I'm doing $4 a week. So that equals $35, and automatically that saves me $15 because I was budgeting $50. So, cell, we're going to do 10. Nice Egg, which is my gas and electric because I live in New York State. I'm going to do 50. I'm budgeting $50 a week now instead of $120 a month because they put a smart meter in and the prices are outrageous and everything went up, and my delivery charge is twice what my usage is, which you guys probably already are going through the same thing as it is. So this week will be the end of I have budget billing. So this will be the end of it, but I am going to do another 50 next week. And then water, sewer, I'm adding 20. I always add 20. Streaming, I'm adding 10. Internet, 23. However, I don't know if I have to pay any fee to hook up my new internet or not. So all 5 weeks totals $160 in case it's $100 fee. So I am keeping the 23 for week 4 as well. That equals $92, and I added 68 till next week for my magic month week, to help bring that up to 160 in case there's installation fees. If there's not, and I just pay the 60 or whatever, then I'll just put it towards something else. But I want to make sure that I'm at least close to covering. And then food is always 100. Last week, I didn't spend it all. I didn't really go get grocery shopping. I went like a couple days prior and got like a few things and made it work. But I definitely don't have creamer for coffee in the morning tomorrow, which is like a problem. But I have hot chocolate, so I can do the poor girl coffee situation. It's fine. And then I could get groceries tomorrow after I get my hair cut and my son gets his blood work, and then I have to wait from 12:30 to 4:30 for the internet people. And then after that, we'll get groceries. So I do have 155 this week for that. And then that brings us to 485. And then that brings us to the rest of my the rest of my paycheck. So we're going to do $5 for buffer because I'm saving $15 here. So I'm dividing that 15 up. So here's the 5 from it. And then I have $10 left. So I am going to do 5 to lost pay because, you know, I have to bump that up. Doesn't have a lot. And buffer has to be bumped up because I was fully funded. But I used 125 of it to pay for my renter's insurance premium for the year. So now I need to pay myself back. And then credit card, I'm going to do 40. So we're going to start again saving for the following month. And that leaves 190. So this is the days of the week I do challenges, or what I use. So for Saturday, you'll see me do Saturday savings. I'm going to do $52 this week. Sunday, I do like a field trip with On from On Saves, a craft a budget with On, and then I do my other binder, which has challenges in it for myself, and a couple of other channels as well. I'm going to do 52. Tuesday is my collab day. We have all hit 1,000 subs, but we still need watch hours. And we're doing that collab until the last week in November. Like, all through November. So, like, up until November at the end. We're doing it the whole month of November as well. And Wednesday is my debt binder day. I try to always bring 40. And then the hop, I do the village hop with the community. And it's $20 for that. For the kids hop, I do 5. For the fur baby hop, I do 5. Because those are in quarters. And then I have money extra for the hop, which I'm using for the ding ding ding. And I'm putting $6 in this week. And that should be $7.25, but let's see. So we have $237 plus 35 plus 10 plus 50, 20, 10, 23, 100 plus 5 plus 5 plus 40 plus 52 plus 52 plus 10 plus 40 plus 20 plus 5 plus 5 plus 6 equals $7.25. Okay. So that's awesome. Now I'm going to set this aside and we're going to stuff these amounts into these categories. Okay, I am back. So this is my bills binder. For rent, we're doing $237. I can get this out. So 1, 2, 20, 35, 37. So now in rent, whoa, what is happening? Oh, this is the old tracker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20, 30, 45, 47, 49, 50. 950. I'm just going to shove it back in here. I will be taking this out once I send rent. But I am like a week ahead. But I might still send it early, probably this weekend. Insurance. I'm going to do, I have a tracker in here. Back here is written for my car insurance. So I'm going to do, I don't know what to do. I'm going to do 31 for the car insurance. And then 4 for my renter's insurance. So I think I'm going to put the car insurance back here. I need to get like a divider or a separate envelope or something. And then my renter's insurance up here. I don't know. But it's going to go in there like that for now. And then my cell is getting 10. I have a yearly plan, yearly unlimited plan with Mint Mobile. I caught it at a non-deal time. So my yearly plan is like $387 and change. So we're going to say $388. And yeah, so far we have 150, 70, 80. 180. I'm working my way to 400. So NYSEG is my gas and electric. We are going to add 50. Make sure I got it all. Yeah. So here's 50. So now I have $200, 150, 200. And I will be adding money into this next week as well. And then water is always 20. Well, this isn't water. Oh, I wanted to talk to you about this. So I have a lot of new subscribers. Thank you. I use this envelope behind my gas and electric bill. This is what's in the high yield because I'm budgeting over what my bill is. Because my bill switched from like 120, well, about like 120 a month to 130 a month. And then I decided last month that I was going to start saving the extra if I budget because I don't want to be stuck with this huge bill at the end of the billing cycle. So I have $70 in the high yield. And then next week when we add to this envelope for the last week in the month, I'll be sending the extra to a high yield. But this envelope will serve as placeholders for what's in that high yield. Water. It's my water sewer bill. I always add 20. So we have 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200. My water sewer bill was $326 this time because I had a toilet upstairs was like nonstop running. And I told her about it that Friday that I noticed. My landlord's secretary anyway. And she said that they'd be there in a day or two. And this was on a Friday. Well, the water company came Tuesday and shut it off. And Wednesday they came and finally fixed it. So I sent her the bill and she's going to talk to the landlord about paying like the difference of what I usually pay because that's a lot more than I usually pay. And for reference, last quarter I paid $115. But I always budget up to like $240 to $260 depending how the weeks fall. But I ain't trying to pay all that. Streaming. 130. No, I'm adding 30. No, I'm not. Oh my goodness. Streaming, I'm adding 10. I had 30 in there is what I was trying to say. And I'm adding the 10 for 40. Internet, I'm adding 23. Like I said, I'm not sure if there's going to be installation fee. I forgot to ask my coworker today. I mean, I'm sure I can message her, but that defeat you won't know the answer until I tell you. All right, so now in here I have 20, 40, 60, 85, 87, 89, 91, 92. And that will stay in here. I will add to it next week. And then food and gas. I got 55 left over. I'm adding 100. So I have 155. I do still have a $100 buffer in my checking account that I pretend like I don't have. Because if I need it, then that's fine. But if I don't need it, then it just sits there in case I need it. All right. So we're going to go a little bit out of order. I'm going to do my credit card over my buffer and lost pay because my credit card, where I put it, isn't here. So I'm going to put $40 for that. Every week I make sure I put a little bit towards my credit card. I do save for that in like a video on Wednesday for my like debt pay down and all of that, but I want to make sure I'm still putting money away to help cover the minimum payment. And that's all for this binder. We're gonna go to this binder. So my sinking funds binder and buffer, we're going to add 5. So I have, let's see, 100, 200, 350, 75, 80, 380. Trying to get back up to 500. This is the envelope that I took my rental insurance payment from. Loose, this is really my lost pay envelope. I have 150 in there. Loose was my dog. He passed away last year around this time, this week. So I have $155 in there now. I would really like to get up to 1,000 by Christmas time, but I doubt I'll get there. I am not taking PTO for that week that we're off. I'm just not. I want to use it for fun stuff, not because they're having a shutdown. Oops. So we're done with here. Now we're going to talk about the days of the week that you see me. So tomorrow on Saturday, for Saturday savings, you're going to see me work with $52. I will break that down. And then Sunday, I have a total of $52. I will also break that down so it's not just $50 hanging out there. Tuesday, I always come with 10 because I do quarters for that day. Wednesday is my debt binder day, and I always do 40. And then I have 20 for the hop. And then 5 for the kids hop, 5 for the fur baby hop. And then I have $6 for the extra, which I use to budget for the ding ding ding, since I do have 3 ding ding dings for all 3 hops. Well, 1 for each, so that's 3. That is how I budgeted my paycheck. That's $725. I had the change for my paycheck and the change that was in my account bumped it up to another dollar amount. That's why I have $725 as opposed to $724. I love when that happens. And I will see you guys tomorrow for Saturday savings. Bye, guys.